Now let's understand about the another built-in data type, that is a set. So set also we use to store multiple item in a single variable. Set is one of the four built-in data type which is available in a Python, which we use to store collection of a data. So in a Python we have a four built-in data type which we use to store collection of a data. One is list, second is tuple, third is set, and fourth is a dictionary. List, tuple and the set, list tuple we already discussed, dictionary we'll discuss later. A set is a collection which is unordered, unchangeable and unindexed. So set is unordered, unchangeable and unindexed, that you have to remember, and the main property is like it doesn't allow a duplicate. So how actually we represent the set? You can see in a curly braces, right? We have to open the bracket and we have to add the all the items. Means the set can contain the multiple items, and another key feature is like it is unordered, means whatever the item is stored, it is not in a proper order. The order can be changed, so it is in unordered. It is unchangeable, so whatever the item, once the set is created, you can't change the particular item values. And the third main property is like it doesn't allow a duplicate. So what is set? Set is used to store the collection of a data in a single variable. It doesn't allow duplicate. That is the main property you have to remember. And it is unordered. Whatever the item which is stored in the set, it doesn't contain the same order. Means you can't access the element using an index and all. So it is not in proper order format, that you have to remember. Second is like it is unchangeable. Once the set is created, you can't change the value. So that is the second thing. That the third and most important is like it is doesn't allow duplicate. So suppose this is the set. Now I want to add one more value, and the same banana I want to add. So if I write banana, and if I will execute this set, you can see I'm getting the only, it remove the duplicate value. You can see banana and banana two times, right? So it remove the duplicate values and only the unique values we are getting. So that is the main property. Set doesn't allow a duplicate, that you have to remember. Now let's see how actually we can create a set. So creating a set is simple. If you write a equal to the set, and if you check the type of a, you can see it is a set. So like this actually you can create an empty set. Now suppose you have a value, then how actually you can create curly braces, and you can write 1 3 4 5 6. And if you will check the type of b also, this should be a set. So like this actually we can create a set. This is how actually we can create an empty set. This is how actually if you have a value you can create a set. Now let's see how actually we can access a item. So suppose this is my set is there. How actually you can access the item? So set doesn't allow a indexing. So suppose I want to access the first elements, I will get the error because it doesn't allow a indexing or anything. Then how actually we will access the item in a set? So we have a for loop. It doesn't allow indexing, but we can use a for loop. If I write for I in b, and if we'll do print I should be able to access the item, like each item I should be able to access. Now let's see the another property, how actually we can add a item into the set. So you can see this is the set I have. We know, right, the sets are unchangeable. Then how actually we can add item? So one thing you have to remember, once a set is created, whatever the value is there, that value you can't change, but you can add a value there in the set. So we have a add function. So suppose I will write b dot add. I want to add 7, and if I will print b, you can see 7 got added. 7 got added. Now let me create a like this. Now let me add a 8 here or 9 here. You can see 9 got added. So now if you will see, this is the sets I have 1 3 4 5 6 and the a. But what is the output we are getting? We are adding a 9. You can see 1 3 4 5 6 9 and then a. You can see this order is getting changed, right? Because whatever the value I am adding after the a only, but this order got changed. That's why we say it is doesn't contain any specific order. So that's why the indexing is also not possible. That is the thing, that is the property you have to remember. Sets are not changeable, means once the sets is created, this item's value you can't change. Now second thing you have to remember, it doesn't contain the order. You can see these orders are getting changed, right? So this order can be changed. Now suppose you have a two sets. This is my first set, and I have another set like B and C. Now if you want to add this, so we have a update. So if I'll write B dot update A, and if I'll print B, you can see it got added. This B and C got added here. So if you want to add anything in the set, we have a add function. That is the first thing you have to remember. And the second way of adding, if you have a two sets and if you want to update any one of the set, you can use the update method also. Now let's see how actually we can remove a value from the set. So you can see this is the set we have. Now if you want to remove anything, we have a remove method. If I write b dot remove, I want to remove 4, and if I'll print a b here, you can see 4 got removed from here. Similarly, we also have a discard. You can use a discard also. So if you write b dot discard, and if you write 6, we'll print a b, you can see 6 got a remove. So you can use a remove also and discard also. In a remove, one thing you have to remember, if whatever the value you are mentioning and if the value is not present in the set, then you will get error, but in the discard you will not get error. So that is the difference you have to remember. Now another way is like pop. So pop, what generally it does, it remove the value from a end of the list. It remove the value from end of the list, end of the set. Now here, because this is not in a proper order, right? So you will not know which particular item will be removed. So if I write b dot pop, and if I'll check b, you can see, and this was our set, right? So it removed the one. So whenever you will use pop, because sets are unordered, you will not know which particular value it will remove. So pop is also one of the method which is available through which you can remove any item from a set. So if you have to remove any item from a set, you have a remove method, you have a discard, and you have a pop. That is the thing you have to remember. Now suppose I have this particular set. If I show you A, now if I want to empty this particular set, so I can use a clear. So how actually I can use a dot clear, and if you'll check A, you can see all it got emptied. Now we have a delete. Suppose you want to delete this particular set itself, you can use a delete. You can delete it, and if you will see that particular object is not available. Now another thing is like, suppose you have a two set and if you want to union it, you can use a union. Now if I show you set 3, you can see this all the value got unioned. So union is also one of the method. So I hope you got the idea about the set, and that's it in this. Thanks.